She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my predictions on where Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, and Deshaun Watson will be headed in 2021. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, I will be ranking the possible teams these quarterbacks will go to, and I will be ranking them from last to first. Kicking it off with Matthew Stafford. I think his first destination could be the Washington football team. Now, why do I think he could go there? Honestly, they need a quarterback. Alex Smith isn't the future, and honestly, Matthew Stafford isn't that young either. But I still think that Matthew Stafford still has a lot left in him, and Washington could build a team around him and honestly give him a chance to at least make a playoff run, win a playoff game at least for the first time in his career, and possibly make a Super Bowl. I don't think Washington has a Super Bowl caliber team yet, but in the near future, they could. And number 4, we got the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Phillip Rivers retiring definitely put some pressure on Frank Reich to find another quarterback, unless Jacob Eason, which I believe is the quarterback they drafted this year, I think. I don't remember what quarterback they drafted, but could be ready. But I don't think that's going to happen. But the best strategy for him is to trade for Matthew Stafford. Because honestly, Stafford could bring the same kind of level or more than Phillip Rivers did in 2020. But honestly, you got to see also, he's got the weapons, he's got the defense to honestly make it to the Super Bowl or even at least the conference championship game. This team could bring Matthew Stafford things that the Detroit Lions haven't during his entire career. At number 3, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, they're going to definitely get rid of Matt Ryan, but why would they get Matthew Stafford? I think there's one reason why. They would rather have a veteran quarterback come in, be their starter, lead them to possible Super Bowl championships, not yet, but maybe, and draft his successor at the meantime. Maybe you could do like an Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, which is actually happened with Aaron Rodgers this year. He could be out of Green Bay and get replaced by Jordan Love, but it could happen exactly the same with Atlanta. They could trade for Matthew Stafford, keep him as the starter, even if they draft a quarterback to replace him, and possibly win a Super Bowl or more, while you get the backup quarterback, which would be the guy you drafted to replace him in the future, and then have your future ready. And number 2, we got the New York Jets, who definitely need a quarterback. But will they get one in the draft, or will they get one in free agency, or will they trade for one? Honestly, I think that the Lions could honestly trade Stafford and get Sam Darnold, so that way they don't need to draft a quarterback. They could honestly build Sam Darnold's career back up, not like Adam Gase, who destroyed his career in New York. But I think this trade for Sam Darnold and Matthew Stafford could work for both sides. For Detroit, you get a young quarterback and a future franchise quarterback if you build the team around him correctly. And on the other side, you get the Jets getting a franchise quarterback who has already proven himself and could lead a team to the playoffs. But could he lead them to the Super Bowl? Maybe. But that's only depending on how New York builds the team around Stafford. Now, final team we got is the New England Patriots. Now, honestly, I think the Patriots is the perfect spot for Stafford. Him and Bill Belichick definitely could do something very interesting over there in New England. And honestly, they could actually do similar things that they did with Tom Brady with Matthew Stafford. Unlike with Cam Newton, you couldn't, because Cam Newton isn't the Tom Brady-like quarterback. But with Stafford, he is more like Tom Brady than Cam Newton. And since Cam Newton's already gone because he's on a 1-year deal, honestly, I think getting Matthew Stafford via trade is perfect. And honestly, they would not give up like maybe a 7th round pick or a 5th round pick. I don't think Detroit would like that, but maybe a second, maybe a first for Matthew Stafford is perfect for the Detroit Lions and perfect for the New England Patriots. Now let's get on to Aaron Rodgers, where at number 4 I got the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans, they got a good franchise there. They got some good players. And Tannehill, if you replace him with Rodgers, Super Bowl run for the Titans is a very possible accomplishment. But you got to get against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are basically unstoppable right now. They might be stopped by Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, but I don't think that will happen. But next year, the Titans could excel with Aaron Rodgers under center. At number 3, we got the Indianapolis Colts. And I think the Colts have a good enough team to win now. And Aaron Rodgers would just topple all defenses in the AFC if he plays for the Indianapolis Colts. Honestly, the Colts have a good team, good run game, good pass game, and good receivers. And a good offensive line as well. And if they continue to improve, I think Aaron Rodgers will be very, very excited if he heads to Indianapolis. And then we get, at number 2, the New England Patriots. And yes, Bill Belichick could go for Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know if this could happen. But if it does, Aaron Rodgers will make the Patriots a playoff team once again. Because honestly, you need a quarterback like Brady. And yeah, Rodgers isn't like Brady, but he's still a GOAT in some people's eyes. And he is a very good quarterback that could lead the Patriots not only to the playoffs, but a possible Super Bowl. But seeing how the Patriots team looks like, I don't think that a Super Bowl run is possible, even with Rodgers. At number 1, we got the San Francisco 49ers. The team that in 2005 passed on Tom Brady for Alex Smith, who currently plays for Washington, who got traded from San Fran and traded from Kansas City, so he ends up in Washington. And then this is the team as well who could have gotten Brady in the 2000s draft. But I'm going to just say this. The San Francisco 49ers, they might have it with Garoppolo, but is Garoppolo going to be there? I don't know, and I don't think that he could, because honestly, yes, he took the team to a Super Bowl, but if he's not healthy, why keep a quarterback who's not healthy? Rodgers is a very good quarterback, and honestly, the guy could honestly suffer an injury and still play. Honestly, his health is very good throughout these past years. Yes, there are years that he broke his collarbone, there are years he's had to go out, but honestly, that was in the past. I think now Rodgers is healthy enough to stay on the field. Now, coming in with Deshaun Watson, I think the Atlanta Falcons is the team that he could go to the least. The least, I think, is Atlanta. And because Atlanta is a very good franchise with just a few pieces away from a Super Bowl, but I don't know. They're going through finding a new head coach, finding a new GM. I think that's going to be troublesome for a player like Watson, especially since he has to start winning now. He's still in his prime, and honestly, Watson could still light up the league, even with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, with the Indianapolis Colts, I think that the Deshaun Watson could be very useful for Frank Wright. And honestly, their weapons, their defense, Deshaun Watson is set and ready to play for Indianapolis. Now, for the San Francisco 49ers, I think getting rid of Garoppolo, maybe sending him to Houston, could be something that could be beneficial for both the Texans and Watson. Watson gets to leave for San Francisco as the Texans get a franchise quarterback. Now, I think the San Francisco 49ers are a good team with some things needed, which is to improve the offense. Honestly, I think that offense could be improved a bit more, but the defense and the offense have been battered, and honestly, they can return, but I don't think as good as they would have if these injuries had happened. Not so gruesome, as there have been some season-ending injuries happening for San Francisco. Now, in New England, I think this could be Bill Belichick's replacement for Brady. Official replacement. Deshaun Watson, you get a young quarterback to honestly light up the league with. You don't win too many Super Bowls due to the Chiefs, but at least you make it back to the playoffs. Now, with the Chicago Bears, I think this is a team that could honestly just trade Mitch Trubisky to the Texans and get Watson. And this could honestly be a fantastic position for Watson. They've got a good team. They've got a good defense. They just need a quarterback change. Trubisky is not the answer. You've got to understand that in Chicago. He's not the answer, and Watson will definitely make your team a whole lot better. Now, last but certainly not least, the New York Jets. And honestly, this is the perfect matchup for Deshaun Watson. And honestly, I'm going to just say this. The 49ers former defensive coordinator headed to San Francisco, headed to New York. I think this is perfect for him. Even though he's a defensive guy, I think that this guy in New York would definitely use Deshaun Watson a whole lot better than, honestly, Adam Gase. If he had his hands on Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson's career would have gone in the same level as quarterbacks like Jamarcus Russell. But honestly, I think with the New York Jets and the new coaching staff coming in, I think that this team will be ready to win Super Bowls when they honestly fix the defense and offense on this team. Now, out of all of these players, I think that Matthew Stafford is definitely going to get traded. It's official. It's basically official. They are going to part ways. He's going to get traded away, and these moves will probably happen. With Aaron Rodgers, it's up in the air as they do have Jordan Love, but I don't think Love is ready. He might stay this year, but he might also want to leave for a new team and finish his career on a high note. While for Deshaun Watson, I think headed out of Houston is the best thing for him. Even though the Texans aren't trying to trade him, they actually want him to continue remaining a Houston Texan. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Deshaun's just going to want to definitely leave the Texans behind. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also, tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win? Who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.